Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So this is my fourth reaction video this morning. I have done Ukraine, Vidbir. I have done Este Lau, Estonia. I have done Supernova, Latvia. So this is the fourth and final song that got selected last night. A song that we will see in Turin in May. So I only recently kind of familiarized myself with the songs in Lithuania's national final, and I reacted and ranked kind of my top 8. And going into that, my kind of favorites, or kind of the two standouts, were Monika Liu and Lolita Zero, Not Your Mother, who I have to admit, since doing that, I'm a little bit obsessed with that song. So anyway, if you've seen any of my other reaction videos of the finals last night, it's getting quite repetitive now, but I'm basically saying I couldn't watch any of the national finals last night because I had my friend's birthday. So I've dedicated my whole Sunday morning of kind of getting to grips with what happened last night. So I know that Monika won. Like, again, I don't want to repeat myself, but if you've seen my other reaction videos, you will know that I ruined it for myself because I checked social media last night stupidly, and obviously people were posting the winners, and I wanted to kind of obviously find out about the winners this morning in an authentic way as I reacted to the shows. So anyway, I know Monika wins, but what I don't know is the results. And moreover, I don't know how much she wins by, and I don't really know where the other songs came. So good old faithful Wikipedia, hopefully it's right, because as we know, Wikipedia can be wrong. I've just opened it up. So let's look at this now. So Monika does win. So look, I mean, I don't want to keep referring to or going back to the drama that is happening or has happened in Spain, past and present, and probably future tense. But we've got a scenario here where we've got a song that wins the jury and the televote. So that's cool. So how did my Lolita do? Okay, so she comes third with the jury. Or Goose, Before You're 6 Feet Under comes second with the jury. I mean, the performance is a good performance. That song, I will be honest, since doing my ranking, I've gone away and obviously put some songs onto my national final playlist, and some of the songs have come off, and Before You're 6 Feet Under's come off. I just wasn't gelling with it in a way that I thought I was going to. Like, watching it live, I really, really, really liked it. And I think it kind of ranked higher in my expectations or in my kind of personal preferences on the live performance. But now I'm going back to the studios. I'm not a huge fan of it. Okay, and then Lolita Zero comes third with the jury. I didn't know how that was going to do with the jury. Okay, and then televoting, Monika comes first. It seemed like it was Monika's to lose based on what I could gather from YouTube. It seems like within Lithuania, Lithuanians evidently had gelled with the song. I mean, she's huge. I now know a bit more about her. I've done research about her since watching her live performance, where I was sitting here being like, she's so professional. Wow, this is so slick. This isn't her first rodeo. Well, all of those comments are meaningless because they don't mean anything, but I was interested afterwards. Who is this lady? And yeah, she's big in Lithuania. And it did seem that the momentum was with her, so I'm not surprised. And then, okay, Lolita Zero coming, oh gosh, second with the jury. Sorry, second with the televote. And then we have August coming third. So realistically then, it's really only those three, isn't it? Those are like the three standouts. Okay. Right, so I might just, because I really, really, really like Lolita's song, I'm going to listen to that one more time. So I want to see how it got on in the final. Because when I rank these, like, a few people did come out and say they like this song, they like the studio, but they feel live the vocals just don't kind of come through. They're slightly weaker, or they don't kind of pop like the studio version. So I'm going to listen to Lolita as my kind of farewell to her Eurovision journey in 2022. I don't know, maybe she'll be representing the UK, who knows? But let's check that one out before we check out the winner. I love this song. like I said, this one has definitely stayed on my national final playlist. That's new. I like that. Oh, I'm glad I've watched this now. It's much more personable. There's much more smiling. There's much more interaction with the cameras. Because that semi-final performance was kind of really intense. And the backing vocals that were coming through then was good as well. Oh, do you know what? I know I need to listen to Monika, but I am a little gutted this isn't going to come to Turin. That backing vocal. Okay, hold on a minute. I think a lot of people kind of feel that after the semi-final performance, that the vocal was very, very low and it was very, very harsh. And as a result of that, the song can come across quite cold. But what they've done so cleverly is they've, with the camera, more interaction with Lolita's face. Lolita's engaging with the camera more. And the backing vocals just takes off that hard edge of this low voice. It kind of adds this extra dynamic to the song. Like, I am a little gutted that I won't see this again. I don't know. I need to watch Monika's. Maybe she's done something amazing. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Well, I'll know soon. There's so many more different things to this song. So that backing vocal, it makes it so much better live. And that moment where it goes bang, like they're just adding these small things. And I can kind of see why some people were underwhelmed with the performance of the semi-final, but they've gone away and they've added these small things. That backing vocal is not a small thing, that's a huge thing, and it's making a huge difference. Oh, where's... They've changed the production of the song. They've changed the production of the song. Because then it goes to the... that electric beat. This is, I referred to or made reference to Maruv, Sirens, when I was referring or reacting to Vidbeer. This now is very Maruv. This would have given me my Maruv Eurovision moment. Oh, I know I can't be like, I wish this was going because I've not seen Monika's yet. This is so much better. Oh, now we've got the... Oh, I hope they re-release this song with the new production. Lolita, is far more personable in this performance and looks like she's enjoying it. I'm really gutted this isn't going to Eurovision. Oh, Lolita Zero. Honestly, I will continue having my personal relationship with this song. I'm so glad I did give that a watch this morning with like so many songs and national finals and semi-finals to get through today. Today's gonna be manic, but I'm glad I stopped and gave this a go because it's so different to the semi-final. Lolita Zero, you're giving me life. Right, so I've really bigged that up now. So I now need to watch the winner, Monika, and it's going to be a real, how do I say, a real unpopular opinion if I start saying Monika isn't as good. Right, let's check out Monika. It's classy, isn't it? Her voice is like velvet, like smooth. It's that bass in the background, isn't it? Oh, I love the colour of her nails. So you couldn't really get a opposite of Lolita Zero, can you? It's different parts of the spectrum. You've got Lolita Zero, which is in your face visual spectacle, where this is confident performer, a bloody good vocal, a live vocalist, a voice like treacle, with a classy sounding song, and ultimately a performer which just stands on stage but you can't stop looking at her. That's what I was trying to say when I was reacting to the semi-final version. She's just there. She's like, she oozes this confidence and professionalism where you just can't stop looking. It's not in your face like Lolita Zero. It's not edgy and jovial like Chitty Zeni from Latvia. It's not a popular radio-friendly song like Stefan in Estonia. But where it delivers is her. And this sound that is really classy. She didn't really change anything from the semi-final because she didn't have to, because that 3 minutes is about her. I like it. And look, when I ranked them, and I did say there are moments in this song where the production is just a little thin. I have no issue with the vocal. I have no issue with the melody. Don't play around with the vocal. Don't play around with the melody. But that kind of laid back, kind of Parisian production, it's nice, and you kind of entertained at the beginning. I think there are just moments where I think they can add more depth to the production. But I mean, we're talking about small things here. For me, I would like that, but I don't know whether people will say that's rubbish and then it takes away from this kind of authentic fantasy that we've got going on stage. But I definitely feel that there are moments, particularly maybe in that last third of the song, where more depth is needed in that production, I feel. A more kind of thicker and fuller music production, adding in a few more things behind that vocal. But it's a solid song, and ultimately it's a performer that I can't keep my eyes off. So I'm not surprised this is one. Like this, the momentum was fully behind Monika. So, and yeah, she didn't need to change anything in that semi-final performance because it's just about her. I think they did do less visuals, because I remember in the semi-finals, I think there was more shots of her in the background on the screen. They seem to have cut those down a little bit. That nail varnish colour. If I wore nail varnish, that would be my colour. Right, so those are my thoughts. Please let me know what you think. Are you happy with the winner? How do we think Monika is going to fare in May in Turin? Please let me know in the comments below. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my channel. Please do click the notification button so you're informed if and when I post videos. And yeah, until next time, stay safe.